Right, hello and welcome to Theme Park Euphoria. Now first of all, sorry for the severe inactivity lately. I think it's been, nearly 4 weeks since my last upload, and the reason I haven't been uploading anything is because A, there's not really been that much interest in going on in my life in terms of theme parks, because I literally haven't been able to get anywhere other than the fairs. And the other thing is there's been a lot going on in my personal life that I've had to deal with and sort of prioritise first. And yeah, I thought I'd just leave it best at that. But anyway, as you can see here today, just behind me right here is the Funderworld event in Bristol, which is returning to Hengrove Park for the first time in 3 years. Now, originally, I was going to do a vlog here during open weekend, but because of a lot of stuff I got caught up in, which I only have myself to blame basically, it's not really anything much, but yeah. So because of a lot of stuff I ended up doing on the day, I couldn't vlog and didn't really have the overall energy to, so I thought I'd come back here and do a vlog for this channel, and also just to cover up some stuff that was closed during my visit here on opening weekend. Yeah, so for example, Air Max wasn't open, Crazy Mouse was down for testing, which I'll get to in a bit, because you can just about see it in the background there, but just only recently had a refurbishment and a fresh coat of paint and looks absolutely stunning. But just gonna quickly wrap this up, but just gonna give a little pan over of the view from the Crazy Circus Fun Hub, which is what I'm currently on. As you can probably tell from the caps in the background. Don't know if I'll be able to include it much, but yeah. So here's just a little aerial view of what the park has to offer, but I will give some coverage. I'm not going to go on absolutely everything that's here. I'm only going to go on a select few things that are here. Hopefully, well, Air Max hasn't been swinging yet. The lights are on, but no one is currently there. But hopefully Air Max will be running today, because I really need my dose of Air Max here. So just about to wrap this up, and let's just get on with this bloody vlog. Yeah. Okay, just before I get back down, yeah, this is I don't think there's any other way of getting down from this fun house, but oh Jesus! Oh my God! I can feel my spine curving. See the light? Oh Jesus! So yeah, there's the Thriller Matterhorn in there, which I'll just get to in a little bit. But anyway, okay. So just before I give a walk around of this event, right round this area here was a Jump and Smile, which was owned by Travis Collins. I'll just leave a photo on the screen here. It was a very different model to the one I'm used to, because I'm not used to riding ones with over-the-head shoulder restraints. I've ridden a couple of models with the newer restraints, but I've never ridden one with the older version, which this one has. Yeah, and the video of it won't be that hard to find. So, just gonna get a little. I'll just give a little quick pan around from the ground, but I will get to everything. I'm not going to cover absolutely everything that's here, just mostly everything I'd say here. But yeah, Air Max, which funnily enough, I was gonna just get an on-ride POV for the Fairground Euphoria channel. I've already got one for the other channel on Crazy Mouse, but I will get another one for this vlog. Well, I'll come back to Air Max just in a little bit. So what I'm just gonna do is start off with this, which does deserve a special mention, because this is the Thriller Sabina Matterhorn, and it's open for the very first time with a new owner, Richard Hart. Previously, since 2006, it travelled with Anderson and Rowlands, which are run by the DeVay family, right round the Devon area, I think. Yeah, so it's first ever place that Richard has ever opened with this ride, and yeah, let's go hop on it and check it out. Okay, here we go, kicking off this vlog with the Thriller Matterhorn. Still got some of the Anderson.
Relax and enjoy the extreme.
For no mere mortal can resist.
Yeah. So it's still got some of the Anderson and Rowland branding on it, but Richard's literally only just got it before the event, and at the moment, very well ran and very well presented. There are quite a few jingles on this now. The one on it when Colin had it, sorry.
To go faster. Fantastic.
Indeed it was.
Please stay seated till the ride is fully stopped. Thank you for riding with us today.
There is absolutely no way that I can fault this ride at all. Really, really good, very well ran and very well presented. And Henry, who's minding it, telling me that there is some stuff in store for this machine going forward. So I look forward to seeing what that will be. But this will be at the Funderworld event when it comes to Norfolk Showground. So look forward to that if you are going. So I'll make my way down over there for the Meteorite. But just before I do that, the Caterpillar coaster, I'm not gonna give a go because if you're a regular to this channel, I'm just not really that big on them. And I know that a lot of people do them for the coaster credits, or as I call them, coaster counts. It's just that I don't really get that much pleasure from it. And even though I've got pretty much all the time, and there's barely any children here, I just, riding these are kind of out of my comfort zone. And yeah, so I think you can just about get the idea with that. So over here, now this is the first time I believe this roundup has been to Funderworld. So this is Meteorite, which was brand new to John Brixton, sorry, in the early 80s, and has been since, well, up until last year. And it's only recently, well, last year I'd say, what am I even talking about? Last year it changed hands and is now under the ownership of Jonathan Mason. So I believe this is the first time that this roundup has ever been to a Funderworld event. And since I've got pretty much all the time I have, let's give this some coverage for the vlog. Okay, so here we go. Not that many people present, but here we are on Meteorite. Don't get to ride these very often. Well, I don't really make time to. But here we go. It only just started, and it's really forceful. I think the last time I roundup that wasn't this was Joe White's machine at an event in Birmingham, and that was part of a private conference that I was a part of. And Joe brought along his writers, and they were hired out to the event. So yeah. Finally coming down. Oh. I needed that.
This is amazing. That's amazing.
Oh boy. And the doors are open. Okay, so I don't particularly ride these, because I don't usually get that much enjoyment out of them, and I feel like I don't enjoy them as much as I used to. But this is a very well ran roundup, and yeah, I never got around to riding it while John Brixton had it, so I can't quite comment on how it was ran then, but it always did so well whenever it came to Oxford St Giles. I did do Oxford St Giles last year for the first time with Jonathan Mason. But yeah, that is such a forceful, very well-ran machine. Pan around here, Sky Swing I don't think is going to be swinging anytime soon. Crazy Mouse I'll get to in a bit. I'll just make my way over down that area there and give a couple of bits, well, a few bits actually, some coverage. Right, so the first thing I want to cover around this area, I'll get to the other two rides in a bit. The reverse bungee, which doesn't look to be running today, which is understandable because there's very few people here that I think are willing to ride it, and it's not so bad for me because they don't allow single riders, and of all the reverse bungees in the UK, I think this is the one that doesn't allow on-ride POV. So if I do end up riding this, I do want to be able to get some coverage for myself, sorry. But before I do make this round out, I don't cover dodgems very much, but I thought since these have got probably my favourite dodgem cars ever, which is the Bristol New York model, yeah, let's go and give this a ride and see if I can hold the GoPro around while driving. Right, well normally, if I was using an electronic device behind the wheel, I'd get a £450 fine and 6 points on my licence. But since we're on the dodgems and we're not on a road and we don't have to abide by the highway code, I guess it's okay. But here we are on the Daytona racing dodgems, and if you could just well see the aesthetic of the Bristol New York cars, look at that. I love these dodges, not just the aesthetics of them, or aesthetics, I probably should be pronouncing it, but they are so nice to drive. But anyway, as I was saying in the opening earlier, if it was a road legal dodgem and I was driving on the road, yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do this. But in terms of driving and holding the camera, I'm actually getting on with it a lot better than I thought I would. As a matter of fact, why is Gangnam Style on the dodgem? Like, why? I mean, it's a fun party song, it keeps the kids distracted, but you can't do Gangnam Style on the dodgems. And if you did, there'd be, I wouldn't say a pile-up, because it's impossible for dodgems to pile up. But whatever you would call it, hang on, keep turning the wheel left. Right, sorry. I'm trying to get a close-up of some of the cars so that you can see that. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh. And one last bump just in. Right, well I actually really enjoyed that. I've said this time and time again, and if you're a regular to the channel, you'll know that I go on about the Burtis New York cars, but I just can't help it. They're so nice to drive, as long as some of the other Burtis models, for example, you've got the Berlin, you've got the London, you've got the Oslo. There is one Burtis model I've yet to drive, and that's the Tokyo, which is a slightly older Burtis model, but I do want to have a go at driving one of those because I am curious. But to make my way over here, perfect timing, because here is the Ultimate Waltzer, which is on just about the same position it was 3 years ago, because Funderworld Bristol in 2019 was the very first place this machine made its first ever outing with Darren Jr. and still looks so sparkling and gleaming and fresh and brand new. And yeah, let's have a hop onto this. This is the Ultimate Waltzer. Okay, so here we go, a very quiet ride on Ultimate Waltzer. I think there's only 2 other cars full. And we're like... Not quite sure how that's going to turn out until I view that back. But... There's a funny thing, I don't know if you've seen the SFM video, where it's like, we like to party, it involves Thomas the Tank Engine. There was a thing I did where I did a cleaner version of that, and I put it on some of the jingle boxes in the UK. And there's more to come. See, I think you can see with how fast we're spinning why the 3-hill machines need waltzer walkers. Because if this were a 4-hill machine, it wouldn't really need someone walking the platform. And on the 4-hill fair trades, so I've only ever ridden 2 of them. That was William Porter's one, and Disneyland Fun Fest, which was visiting from Ireland when it came to Cardiff Winter Wonderland. But both of those machines, they're 4-hill machines, and when you don't have someone walking the platform, they spin really, really well. But what also helps is, there is a fair trade machine in Australia called Extreme. Now that is a 4-hill machine, which I think was a blessing, because WorkSafe have actually banned waltzer walking over there, so no one's allowed to walk this platform while it's spinning if this were out in Australia. So it's a good thing that I can't remember who owns that machine, but it's a good thing that they got a 4-hill and not a 3-hill, because they wouldn't have got the amount of spins that a 3-hill has without the waltzer walkers. Oh! I thought we were stopping. That was a good one, really good. just get a bit of off-road footage of it while I have the chance. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a really, really good spin. I didn't catch the guy's name unfortunately, but he's a fan of the channel. Yeah, and he was getting some really, really good spins for that. But you can kind of see why the freehill machines tend to have waltzer walkers, as we call them. Whereas on the four-hill fair trade machine, they don't really need that. And there is a machine which I probably won't see Guyat's one, but there is a machine that David Rowland Jr. is getting called Groove Rider 2, which has a pay box on the outside and will have some fencing around the back as you being used as a Q-stick, so it will go all the way around the back of the platform of the ride to there, which is actually going to be a really handy thing to have, especially when it's going to be doing, if it does the back end fairs. So I look forward to seeing that. So really enjoyed Ultimate Waltz there. So heading over here to the PWS Sizzler of Darren Matthews, which hasn't really changed much since the last time I saw that. It's had a few floodlights fitted, as well as some new RGB lighting on the sides. I don't know if Darren's got anything in mind in terms of splats like it did previously before the refurbishment, or a top side. I did speak to Michelle at the Hengrove event last year and said that I would be happy to do a 2D sign, which would be made of wear-resistant materials and would be on a specially made frame. But until then, let's hop on the Sizzler, the PWS Mark 1 machines. Okay, I thought this was going to be a quiet one, but we've managed to get all of the cars. Well, I mean, I didn't even play a part in it. What am I talking about? But yeah, all the cars have been filled up on this one, which is good to see because it's a better atmosphere. But here we are on Darren's PWS Sizzler. Oh, really nice and smooth. I think that's just about it. Yeah, that's it. Still really good though. Well, that was a lot shorter than I thought it would be, because when it was on opening week when I came, I think I managed to get a 3.5 minute cycle on that, but with how it's not so busy and I ended up getting just over 2 minutes on that, I think it might have something to do with involving how much power it's using from the generator, and considering there's not that many people here, and considering the fact that you know, the fuel costs, and the cost of living in general is just basically going up, yeah, it might be understandable, as they're probably not going to make as much money, and yeah, I can totally understand where they're coming from. Do want to give this a special mention. I'll get a video of it running. Hang on a minute, I'll just head over there now. Right, so this which I won't go on because I don't really give Miami's a lot of coverage, and I don't tend to get on ride POVs of them often, and there's a reason I won't go on this, because for reasons I won't publicly comment on, but I thought I'd just give this a little show off on the channel and give a little bit of footage of, because that absolutely beautiful RGB light packaging, which was done by James Dancer, and it might be a while until it gets to it, but what I love about James's work is the fact that he's able to colour coordinate it with the frame on the backflash, as well as the colouring on the letters, and yeah, I think that might be a while until it gets to that, and I don't really want to be standing here all day filming it and waiting for it. But yeah, so heading over this way, there is a Crazy Golf there. I'm not going to vlog that because me vlogging and Crazy Golf, and also the fact that I'm going solo on this, so there's not really that much fun in it. If it was with a group of friends, I'd give it a go. But heading over this way, back over to the Crazy Mouse. Right, so back in this area, and Sky Swing, I don't think is going to be running anytime soon, but mind you, it has been pretty windy today, so I don't quite know how windy it is right up high. None of the bars look to be open, but just while I'm in the area, going to give Crazy Mouse some coverage and definitely get an on-ride POV one. So this is actually the very first place it's been with the new refurbishment. So it used to be blue track and yellow frame, no, white frame, sorry, but now it's purple track and yellow frame. And just look at it, it's so clean and looks really, really good in this new paint scheme. I'm useless at words, I'm so sorry. So the Crazy Mouse there logo is still up there for now, but if we can just about so I'll give a little shot of the new decals that's on it. So the Crazy Mouse name is here as it is still up there. I don't know if this is going to be keeping the Crazy Mouse name, because we can see over here we have spinning coaster on the height restriction sign and the information sign, and also we can see spinning coaster here as well. So not 100% if it's going to be keeping the Crazy Mouse name, but likelihood is it could be going down the spinning coaster route. And if there is a new sign being there, I'm curious to see what that will look like. But yeah, here we go on what is currently Crazy Mouse. So I think that was, what, a 15-minute wait, which wasn't so bad. It was actually pretty good, because I think if that was opening weekends, if it opened, and if it was on a weekend, yeah, it would have been pretty much longer. But here we are on Crazy Mouse, as it currently is. So you can just about see how fresh and new. It's still sparkling and gleaming, the paint on it. There's Air Max swinging in the background, we'll definitely go on that later. Whoa! But also I've noticed that Lydia, which is Darren's daughter, is sorted out a few riders on Sky Swing, so hopefully that'll be going when I get off of it. Off of Crazy Mouse, that is. But here we go, coming to the first drop. Way. Now this part usually would be quite rough, but it's actually a lot smoother with the refurbishments. It's also had new wheels on the cars, which I think may have done it, but there was an issue they were having earlier where the wheels were actually catching on the coat of paint, so that might explain why it was having issues on open weekend, not open and just down for testing. Woo, yeah. And also the brakes are a lot smoother on this as well, because normally the braking would be very hard, but actually they're a lot softer than previous. Yep.
How was that? All good?
Yeah.
No.
So much smoother, and the braking is a lot softer as well.
Yeah, we had to adjust it the whole back. The only ones you had to keep tighter are the back brakes. The rest of them are quite smooth actually.
Well, that was the best riding and handling experience I've ever had on this coaster. It was so smooth and so much better to ride, and it really does show, because the refurbishments are not just the track and the frame of the ride, but also on the cars and also the braking, because it goes a lot smoother on the track. Most parts that would feel rough were actually a lot better and a lot softer. And the brakes were a lot softer as well, because normally they brake quite hard, but because of the work that's gone into that, it does brake a lot better there. So by the looks of it, there's quite a few people queuing for Sky Swing, which I didn't think was going to be open. I don't know if it will go all the way up the tower with wind restrictions. I think the wind has quietened down, but yeah, Darren's just sort of sorting them out, so we're not going to get on this one. So yeah, let's wait for the next ride on Sky Swing. Okay, so I didn't think I'd make it into this vlog, but here we are on Sky Swing. Currently been minded by Darren down there, who owns the ride, of course. But yeah, I do actually prefer these to the likes of Funtime or AK rides, which are the AK rides are one of the most common on the UK fairground circuit. But the reason I prefer these, because this is the KMG version, mainly because of the design of the seating and also the bars. So instead of it being on a chain, which lifts up, it's actually got a bar that's hinged onto the seats. And there's two different versions. So you got the regular version here on the left of me, but the one I'm sitting in is an XL version. Well, I say that it's just to allow XL passengers like me who have put on a bit of weight during lockdown. And I didn't think it was going to go, might not go necessarily all the way up, but we are almost all the way up. And going around this way, so you can see some gorgeous views of not just the rest of the event, but also what this area of Bristol has to offer. It's cold, it's very cold. I wonder what that is down there. That's, it's like a sort of, I don't know if you can see it very well now, but there's like a sort of rough hill here. Done for BMX bikers. I might have to give that a check out next time I'm near the area. But also, an interesting thing is, you just got to see how quiet it is down there, which is a good thing for me because I can get more ride time in. I'm slowly moving down a little bit, so we might be in the process of coming down. Yep. so just right here you can also see the mechanism of the ride, because as you can see the tower, as it goes up, the tower gets a lot thinner, which is, look, this tower does have a very high wind resistance, but just look at the mechanism of the way it comes down as each section of the tower, as this part of the ride adapts as it comes down. So slowly, slowly, slowly. I'd be curious to see how a drop tower would fare using this mechanism. With the final section coming up. And there we go, back to the grounds. One thing I've just noticed, I can't really zoom in on it. I probably have to crop the video, but just right there is the US amusement ID from when it was owned by Gallagher. I think Skyline Attractions is the company they traded under in the US. Could be wrong on that, but there is the amusement ID 1398 from when it used to travel in the States. So that was Sky Swing, and although it doesn't have as much of a kick to it as, for example, the Fun Time or the Zamperla models do, but they are still really nice and smooth, and it does still offer very good views wherever that may be. But the other interesting thing is there is also a 30-metre version of this, which I think was built in 2017, that's going for nearly 600,000 euros, sorry. So yeah, I don't know how much this one like this would cost brand new, but the Sky Swing, which is the, because this is a KMG high swing, which is 60 metres, but the Sky Swing, which KMG also make, is 30 metres, and there's one going second hand for 600 grand in euros. So yeah, I wouldn't fancy guessing how much that would cost brand new, but making my way over here, because now I'm starting to save the best to last. Okay, so making my way now over to No Limit, which is now one of two Loop Fighters in the Matthews family. So this was the first one, which was brand new to Darren Jr. in September 2015. And the second one now in the family, which was brought second hand from Italy, is a machine called Red Devil, which was owned by the Montenero family, I think that's how you pronounced it. It's due to open at Turprince Funland in North Wales. So it's currently being set up there, and hopefully it will be open to the public soon. But I'm not 100% sure about getting down there. But in the meantime, here is No Limit. Okay, so the floor has been lowered, and here we are on No Limits.
Oh shit.
wasn't bad. Right, so are we going to get the cars flipping first? Or are we going to go all the way over?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think we're going to get a different cycle than usual, because typically
Oh my god!
at Funderworld, the cars on the limit flip first and then it goes all the way over. But I think... Here we go. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I think we're going to get a longer cycle than we usually do during weekends when it was really busy. And we went over, because usually this will go over once when it's busy, but we went over 3 times.
Jazz on my Jazz on my hand!
Do you believe? Are you done right now?
Ah, here we go. Talamanca's playing in the background. Ah!
Oh my god!
Oh! Ah! There you can see. Loot fighters are definitely not ones for the faint-of-hearted, and this is why.
That did not feel safe at all.
But yeah, I'm so happy this song has got the recognition it deserves. Some of Burns' other work I would suggest checking out is Can't Let Go and Loving Touch. But of all the songs that Burns has done this year, all the pieces of music as you call them, I'm so happy that this is the one that got the recognition. And here comes the floor. That was No Limit. So that, you can see why the Loot Fighters are such a hit on the European fair circuit. So this is one of 2 that's currently travelling. We've got that and Atmosphere, but now we've got a 3rd Loot Fighter back in the UK. We did have, well, Red Devil's actually the 4th overall Loot Fighter the UK has ever had. There was a machine that called Air Max that was travelled by the James family, but that's now been sold to the Mellors Group, have it opened up in Dubai. But yeah, Loot Fighters definitely not ones for the faint-hearted, all the ones who struggle with severe turbulence. So here we go, saved the very best to last, the cream of the crop. Easily my personal favourite flat ride in the world, although that could be topped off with the Speed 32 coming to the UK. But for now, my all-time personal favourite is the Mondial Capriolo, and here is Air Max. So hopefully I can fit the POV in before the battery dies. Alright, so here we are. Save the best till last. And this is Air Max. Here we go.
Oh, come on, itchy nose. Oh no.
100% sure why the fan's not spinning. Normally there'll be a massive fan above us spinning round. Hey, there we... It's just basically there just to help the ride give it a bit more airtime. But I don't think it's proven it needs it because we've got a lot of airtime enough as it is already. I can't really see much there. Well, for some reason the holding brake hasn't gone once, so I don't know why that is. So now you can see why I saved this to last of the vlog. Easily the most intense riding experience I've ever had from any flat ride in the world. And yes, so well, basically anything that's not a drop tower. This is because drop towers with them, because of the forces, they give a rather unpleasant feeling. But with this, it's basically the speed you feel and the wind in your face. And yeah, because I don't know if anything can possibly top this. I mean, we have got a Speed 32 coming to Barry Island. I'll see if that could top my list of all-time favourite flat rides. But even if that does, this will easily still make it in the top 5. But now with all that being said, what I'm going to do, because I've got... It's very, very quiet, so I can get just about a few more rides in. With the amount of time left I have on the wristband just before closing. So yeah, so I'll see you when it's a bit darker and on the outside of the event. So there you have it. I kind of left it a few minutes before closing. I was going to try and get one last ride on Air Max, but guess that just wasn't to be because nobody was minding it. And oh well, so I managed to get 2 rides on it on the end. But basically, yeah, that was Funderworld Bristol 2022 here at Durdham Downs in Bristol. Can't fault the event, really nicely well ran. It was good to see it back here at Durdham Downs. But if I'm being honest, I did prefer the event when it went to Hengrove Park last year because A, it was easily more accessible for me to get to, and B, it was actually just overall a much nicer place, and considering the fact that you have stuff like KFC, McDonald's and other leisure facilities nearby. So if people are right back down the area, it does actually give them something to do. So hopefully that Funderworld will go back to Hengrove Park, hopefully moving forward into the future. Probably not going to happen this year unless they kind of come back, because I know that they're going to Norfolk. I think they start opening in mid-May. They close on the bank holiday Monday, which is coming up. So if you do want to get down here, roughly around the time this video goes out and until bank holiday Monday coming up would be your last chance to get to it. Try and include a bit of no limit going on in the back. Oh wait, it's already stopped. But yeah, so I have managed to get in a lot more ride time than I did when I came down here on open weekend, which was thankfully the case, and thankfully I didn't do a vlog then because it wouldn't have it's just that I wouldn't have got that much joy out of vlogging it as much as I would have done tonight, because tonight was actually more chill, laid back, not so hectic with so many people, and it was a shame that the Jump and Smile wasn't there and that I couldn't give it coverage in the vlog and include it. But also the other thing, I did notice that the simulator was gone as well, probably left early for Hereford Mayfair, which is coming up, and there were also a few stalls and games that have left early, but I think they're probably left in favour of other fairs. So with all that being said, I don't exactly know when my next video will be, because I don't exactly know where I'll be going next. I do want to get back to Alton Towers, of course, because I do have some unfinished business there thanks to circumstances that I don't want to comment on again. But I do want to try and get to a few parks this year, and I'll just have to wait and see what happens. So it might be a while until I upload anything on this channel, but hopefully if anything exciting does come up, I will cover it and will hopefully keep you updated with whatever the hell happens. But also the other thing I thought I'd mention is I have merged both my Twitter and my Facebook with that were Fair Ride Euphoria. Now they're both Theme Park and Fair Ride Euphoria, so there will be coverage of theme parks included on that as well, and any news and updates on anything related to theme parks that I may get up to on there, as well as Fair Ride. So until whatever the hell I end up getting up to next, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, see you later.